Fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Oh! 5 pills lined up on the sink, one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay. But I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go. Stop chasing what I didn't know.
Well, that didn't work out the way I'd wanted it to. For some reason, it had an echo, and so I could play it twice. What in the heck is going on? It's like I have a phantom window open somewhere, but I don't. This is just crazy. All right. Well, hey, good morning. It's Saturday morning. I started a little bit early. Let's see if this worked here. I did have a window open, but it wasn't even on my channel. I was actually still watching Charger Mopar and listening to him. And I started getting that echo, and I don't understand it. And that's not happening now. I close out that whole window and open it back up.
On everything.
Let's see if that echo comes back on me. This is actually from Run Together Strong. He did this song here. Actually pretty cool.
Yeah, this is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you.
All right, I want to give a shout out to my buddy John, Together Strong. He's the one that did that song. That is all him. So, good morning, everybody. I don't know what the heck was going on to begin with, but what do you expect from a Saturday morning on YouTube? You can't expect perfection on here. So, good morning, Terry. It's nice to see you here this morning. And John, Together Strong. What's all this noise this morning? Yeah, I have no idea what that was. I restarted my laptop before I even did this morning. I had to close out windows that weren't even on this channel. I don't know what the heck it was. I even turned my mic off, and my mic wasn't. I just don't get it. And see, I had a bunch of it was like oh, what the heck's that type of song called where you say one and then it repeats it back, you know? At least it was for me. Brian, good morning. YouTube is acting strange. That is a great song, Heather. John really did a good job on that one. He really amazing. Oh, I am amazed by it. Oh, what else was I doing? Yeah, YouTube's been kind of strange for me this morning. I'm not sure. Even when I was watching Rick's channel, there were times where things just weren't coming right from Rick's channel. Yeah, Hot Dog Water said that was a cool song. It is. And Hot Dog Water, like as Terry says here, John Together Strong is the one who did that. He's got some really good music on his channel. It's one of the things that he does. And he's got some really cool stuff there. If you want to find John Together Strong, there you go. That QR code there will bring you to John's channel. And you can take a look and see what he puts out there. He's got some really cool stuff. Yeah, that tune goes right through you. It does. It hits you. I think it's a really good song. I play that when I'm walking. When I do go out and walk, I put my headset on and I walk, and I turn that up full, and just you can really get a good pace going listening to that song. Thanks, Alex. That is really a nice song. Nice to see you here this morning. Walking and listening. Good morning, Jeff. It's nice to have you here with us this morning. Brian's asking how the KW Zoom was last night. No sleep last night. Mom wouldn't go to sleep until 4:30 a.m. Oh, damn. Don't remember last time I pulled an all-nighter. That's a long night there. Only a handful of us, Bonnie and Malcolm moderated. Okay. Rockin' Coach Amy, how you doing this morning, Amy? It's nice to see you here today. Brian. And they say water fast didn't last only 16 hours, but had eggs and leftover cream cheese, and that's it for the day. You know, you got to have your proper rest to do something like that. So it does take some doing to get into a fast. What's up? What am I doing here? Well, this is a channel for people who are having trouble sticking to a low carb lifestyle. If you have issues or you have found out that you've been lied to all your life about what proper nutrition is, this is what we talk about on this channel. And don't be a zombie. Drink your coffee, because coffee is important, otherwise known as bean broth. To coin a phrase from Dr. Kiltz. And John's channel is the same as his name on the screen here. So you can find him that way, or you can click on that QR code and you can go right to his channel and check out his videos, like and subscribe to it. He has some really good stuff in there. If you have to listen to the words as well as the music because he teaches you stuff. And it's amazing stuff that you will be taught too. Stuff you won't learn in school. You great. You slept in a little bit and it was great. You're always go, go, go. Yeah, I know. I broke my fast yesterday, 121 hours. I broke my fast. And holy cow, I broke it with my 2 eggs over easy like I always do. 4 pieces of bacon. That 4 pieces of bacon led to another 4 pieces of bacon, and then 7. I ended up with eating a pound of bacon last night. I also had 2 cans of King Oscar sardines and olive oil, and that's all I had. So, but yeah, I did eat a pound of bacon last night because it is amazing. Bacon's good. John says, unfortunately, I'm only able to put out 1 video a week because these videos are so time consuming. They are. Just thinking of all the information that goes into that video and the words, the music, the voice, the everything that goes into there. It is amazing what John is putting out. Yeah. It's a good thing. And I did too this morning. I overslept this morning. I usually get up between on Saturdays between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. I wake up. I didn't crawl out of bed this morning until it was 8:10. So, and I started this at 10 o'clock. So I hopped on to Rick on his live stream, hung out there for a little while. Let's see, where's Rick? There's Rick, Charger Mopar's World. Guy's got a great live stream in the morning, Saturday mornings. Keeps you entertained, gives you information. People in the chat are amazing. They've got some great insights into what's going on. But sleep is very important. And I was listening to Rick while I was just making my breakfast and stuff. You're vegan. Anyway, have a good day. Thanks for the coffee advice. You'll go do it right now. Hey, I don't care if you're vegan or what you eat. If you're having a issue in here and with your diet, I don't care. We can still help. Doesn't matter if you're vegan. We can still give advice even for vegans because some of us in here have been there, have done that. So you just never know what's going on. Amy says, I'm also exhausted from fighting my doctor about cholesterol this morning. Well, I send your doctor the link for the Cholesterol Code, the movie, because that is an amazing documentary. I watched it. My wife and I watched it last night, and my wife normally won't watch stuff like this, and she watched the whole thing, and she watched it actually, which was really awesome. Well, I just realized I left my office door open. I normally shut my office door when I start these, and I didn't. Yeah, you were enjoying Rick's live. I saw you in there this morning. Yeah, Rick is still going. And the awesome thing about Rick is when I come in there and I tell him good morning, he does mention that I have my live stream. So I greatly appreciate that. But he mentions everybody, if you go into his chat and you have a channel and you do live streams and stuff like that, he will mention you as long as you're, a decent person, I guess. Rick shouts out to all the carnivores or ketovores or people who are doing this type of stuff. You work hard for that bacon. Never apologize for bacon. I love bacon. Actually, I had bacon and eggs this morning. My Breakfast, I had what was it? 8 pieces of bacon and 4 eggs, so 2 pieces of bacon for each egg. I cook it crispy so that, and I actually overcooked it this morning. I cook it crispy so I can dunk the or pick the yolk up with my bacon and eat it that way because I don't have toast anymore or anything like that. So I got to have something to get that yolk out of there. Right. Amy saying 30-second Avenger videos take you hours to make. So you get it, John. Plus YouTube does not push AI videos. No, they don't. But they are really good. Your videos are amazing too, Amy. John's videos are amazing. John says your 2 days of a sardine fast, 2 cans a day. One more day, and you'll start your 20-day fast for the month of May, and then another 20 days in June. That is amazing to do a 20-day water fast, but you do a 3-day sardine fast prior to it to help get your body set right, and then jump into your sardine fast or your water fast. I think that's actually really good advice. That's right. All are welcome. It's one of the things about the carnivore community for the most part. We don't care what diet you're on. If you're having issues with it, we'll help. We are not dogmatic here, and we will help anyone. Doesn't matter. We are all human beings. Absolutely, Brian. And that's what it's all about. Good morning, Bride's Biscuit, or as Dustin says, Mr. Biscuit. I still laugh every time I see your name and I hear Dustin doing that. It just cracked me up when he was doing that. Yeah, Derry, that's a long one. 21 or 20-day water fast, and he does 2 of them, one each month. So that is a heck of a big commitment. Yes, ma'am. Every time I get a doctor trained, they quit practice. I give them the cholesterol code movie, a book, The Cholesterol Myth, and about 5 pronounced studies. Yeah, some doctors are just really hard-headed. They get that educational brainwashing that they get, and it doesn't leave them. It takes a lot. And, to be fair, a lot of us were the same way for many, many years. It took me 57 years to break out of that. But I finally did. Yeah, Rick's lives are about as long as Barbara's. That's Grandma Crochet Corner. Yeah. Rick can go all day. He's just, and he doesn't repeat stuff either. He just keeps going, which is pretty cool but he feeds off of the comments. So as long as people come in and they have comments that are worthwhile, he'll continue going. Don, good morning. Working, listening in the background. Hope everybody Saturday is going fantastic. For those of you that don't know, my Carnivore Chronicles is Dawn. She's doing videos right now from her car. What is it? Carnivore Confessions from her car, which are pretty cool videos. Let's all encourage her to start doing a live video when she gets the chance to, and she gets the courage up. I will definitely hang out in the chat as long as I'm not in a meeting at work. That'd be awesome. John says that he's also vegan. The cows eat the vegetables and you eat the cows. Absolutely. That's what I like. All right. Here's a silly question. How much will a element stick flavor? What? How much will an element flavored stick effect last? Are you talking about because of the sugar in it and the maltodextrin affecting your blood sugars, or I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. For me, if I have the element flavored ones, my glucose doesn't go up at all, and I don't get the cravings at all from it. My wife's glucose might go up 5 or 6 millimole, but that's about it. It's a minimal when it does do that. Yeah. So, Amy, you're cooking bacon right now. Yeah, I did my bacon and eggs this morning, and then I still have Rick's channel on. He's just pounding his chin with a hammer. But after I had my bacon and eggs, I made my wife bacon also, so she's got bacon when she gets up. John says, Terry, as long as you don't have any protein, you're good with electrolytes. See, and I don't know what happened last night. Starting about 12:45 this morning, my right leg started cramping, my right calf, and it was terrible. The ego mind will destroy you. Yeah. Let's see. Terry says, John, you ran out of unflavored, so the flavored will be okay then. Hope to carry on with water fast. Yeah, I've used the flavored ones in extended water fast before, and it doesn't break your ketones from going up. It doesn't really affect your glucose. I would just watch that you don't have too many of them. I'd use just extra salt on everything and stick to just one of the elements a day if that's what you normally do. All right. Dawn says, thanks. And she's got to make her first video of how to install an air fryer in her car. Dawn does Spark, so she drives around all day. I know a little bit about Spark. My son, his girlfriend, and one of my daughters do Spark. So my wife has went along with them from time to time just to see what it was like, because she was thinking about doing it too. Hot coffee in a cold room does make your nose run, if you're wondering. And I have that happen to me almost every weekend. Funny thing is, while he's lecturing me, there was a student doctor writing down every word I said. I hope she's interested. Hope she learned something from you that she didn't learn in her studies and in clinical settings, like, you know what I'm saying. Amy says, I think he was pissed I made him look bad with an intern. Well, yeah, you're challenging his power dynamic, and of course, I don't care about that kind of stuff with doctors. I've actually fired a few, and I don't mind doing it. Yeah, right now, Dawn's channel is just how fast she can talk, 3-minute shorts, and that's what she does. And they're actually really cool. I like watching her shorts because she talks fast. You ever thought about being an auctioneer, Dawn? You're pretty good at that. Oh, by the way, if you're part of Kiltz Mighty Tribe, you recognize this coffee cup. The zombie on here was drawn by Alia's son, Jacob. And that is part of their Etsy channel. They do have that on their channel. And you can pick it up right there. That's actually pretty cool. One of my favorite new coffee cups. I've been bringing that to work and drinking coffee at my work, and if it's too early in the morning and people are asking me dumb questions, I just point to the cup. Terry says water fast. Yep. Hoping to carry on with the water fast today and hope to go on then, but hope the element won't affect me. Yeah, it makes sense. And you have to see how it does affect you, if it does at all. When I have the flavored elements when I am fasting, I don't generally have any issues with it. My ketones stay elevated. My glucose stays low. I really have never had a spike on my glucose with the element. You just cooked a can of sardines? I still have yet to cook sardines. I don't know if I could ever do that. I'm gonna have to try it though. Spark, Walmart delivery. When you order stuff from Walmart and have it delivered at your house, it's not a Walmart employee; it's a Spark employee that does that. So they're the ones that go into Walmart. They shop your list, and if they have, like, if you have stuff on there that's not available, they'll notify you. They'll send you information on substitutes and stuff like that, and then they'll shop it for you, and then they bring it to you. So it's actually not a bad thing. Just remember, if you do Spark, leave them a good tip because Spark doesn't pay all that well all the time. And they're keeping you from having to go to Walmart. To me, that is worth a nice tip because I don't like Walmart. And Amy, Brian saying that he tested after his electrolytes and had no problems. And that's one of the things that you would have to do is if you were a CGM, watch your CGM. If you don't, then test your blood sugars and ketones after you've had an element and see what it does. Did I say Amy or Terry? Terry says, yeah, one stick lasts a full day. You keep adding water to the big Yeti. Yep. And it's actually not a bad thing to do. Walmart Express shopping and delivery service. Yep. Personal gopher. That's basically what they are. Called Walmart Spark. I can tell you that I am a production manager, and that's about it. I work in a factory, so I work in a factory setting, but I'm a production manager. I've been with this company for about 11 years now. So I came from the oil fields of North Dakota and Montana into this profession by accident. So, but I deal with a lot of people and I deal with a lot of product and a lot of customers around the world. Brian says, luckily I have a good doctor now. The one before was a monster, learning to stick up for myself. And that's one of the things I've learned with this way of eating is that you do have to stick up for yourself because so many people don't understand that our nutrition for the last 70 plus years has all been a lie since Ansel Keys came out and accused cholesterol of causing heart attacks and falsifying his studies. What a jerk. But that's where this all came from. It's terrible. Terry said, that's good, Brian. I did with mine too. After I told him what my plan is and provided him with material to read, he backed off and flipped his tune now so we have a better relationship. That's amazing, Terry, that doctor actually listened and did that. That's pretty cool. Don says, truer words have never been said. The price of gas and the amount of no tip orders some days is rough. Yeah. And the worst part is, and I hear this from my daughter and my son, are people who tip bait. If you don't know what tip bait is, you put a nice tip on there and on the Spark, you have so long afterwards to change your tip, and people do. And my daughter will get a out of town delivery where it's 30 minutes to deliver it. And she'll take them because it has a nice tip on it. And then when the tip finally goes through, they take it away altogether, or it's only $1 or $2 instead of what it was. It really sucks. People are mean. And do you find this also? The more wealthy people tip the worst. Brisby says, I've never ever seen a Walmart. They're not allowed in New York City. Well, I try not to go to Walmart, but there are some times where, you know, it is necessary. I don't know how they get away with not having one in New York City, man. That would be a busy place. You mean it's floors a Walmart in New York City would have to be? That'd be cool. Oh, he didn't cook them. Everyone was talking about cooking stuff. I just wanted to feel like I was part of the group. I gotcha. I got it. Yes, sir. $1 million home, 50 item shopping order with 4 to 40 count waters. Yep. With 4 40 count waters. $1 tip happens all the time. Yeah. It's amazing. So I just want to throw these up here really quick. A little before and after. Those of you in the chat, you guys know my story. This was me in March. What was the date on this? March of 2024. This was at a Minnesota Wild versus the Las Vegas Golden Knights hockey game. This was me and my wife. 340 pounds, 350 pounds. I was big. 347 is actually the highest weight I've ever stepped on a scale and saw. I don't know what I was at this time, but I know I was huge. This is a 3XL jersey, and you can see that it's pretty tight. It's not loose on me, that's for dang sure. Two years later, or not even 2 years later, this is me in February 2026, just a couple months ago. This is a large jersey, and it's loose on me. I don't have a belly anymore. This is what the carnivore diet lifestyle has done for me. I went from looking like this with a big belly. You know, I had more Mr. Chins than I knew what to do with, to looking like that in less than 2 years, just by eating meat. Now, from July of 2012 until, it was 2016, and like, I don't know, maybe August, October, I did Insanity. I did the Beachbody workouts. I mean, anything that Sean T was putting out, I was doing the workout with Sean T. He is an amazing trainer if you're into that kind of stuff. And I was trying to get healthy. I was following the Beachbody. I was following their diet plan, which it's low fat, high carb, plant-based diets. And I lost weight. That was the first time I hit over 300 pounds was in July of 2012. I started these workouts. I lost 80 pounds. And one day I went to do a workout and I couldn't find my heart rate on my chest strap. I wasn't feeling the best that day either. I had mowed the lawn, so my sinuses were stuffed up. I thought it was just my allergies causing me issues. My wife decided I had to go to the doctor. I was an AFib, and I ended up on medications for AFib for a while, and then they stopped working. And then in February of 2017, this is actually February 22nd, 2017, I had heart surgery. This is me in the recovery room because I had to have my heart operated on. Now, after I did this surgery, I had issues with anxiety and all kinds of stuff where I never went back to working out. So from that time there, February of 2017 until this was in July of 2024, less than a month from when I started my carnivore diet. My wife and I met in Karlsruhe, Germany. This is in Karlsruhe, North Dakota. Spelled the same. So we thought it'd be cool to go down there on the last weekend in July, which this was, and that's when we met, was the last weekend in July, and do this. You can see how big my face is on that. I had already been looking at the carnivore diet at this point. I had been doing a lot of research on it. Man, I can't believe I let myself get that big, but this is what I look like. Here's another one. This right here is just a picture of me with this vest on. This vest actually had sleeves. You can zip them on and off. So, and that's me last month. Big difference, huh? That's pretty cool. Me and Mr. Chin. And then there I am again. And how do I do it? Simple. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. This is one of my go-to meals. I have this on a rotation. Along with this, just hamburger patties, shrimp. Put butter in it, put extra fat in it. However you need to eat it. It's simple, it's easy. It's like this here. I add extra butter into this here. I don't drain the fat from the ground beef. That goes back into it. The eggs will soak it up and the beef will soak it up. And yes, I do eat steaks. This is a New York strip steak with some shrimp. I do eat them. I don't eat that as often as one would think I do, but I do eat them. And it's amazing what it does for your body. Back in the comments here, wealthy people to an alarming degree hate the working class. Working people and poor. Yeah. Psychopathic, but I've witnessed it your entire life. They are. Walmart killed all the mom and pop stores. You know, we still have them here and they're still doing good. I actually shop at a lot of the little ones. I don't go to Walmart from, if I can, I try not to. Let's see. Dawn says, Brian, make them sardine chaffles. The aroma should be delightful. Ooh. Outstanding. Thank you. That is a big difference, and it does feel amazing. You can't wait to get to that stage. It does take time, and everybody has a different approach. Like, I lost 120 pounds really quick in less than a year. I started stopping my weight loss in March, like 9 months into my carnivore diet. I started trying to stop my weight loss. In June, I did. I managed to stop it. Now I have a hard time getting it to go back down. But I feel amazing that my weight fluctuates now between 205 at my lowest and 225, which I was at just the other day. I'm back down 216. I didn't take a picture this morning or do the screenshot of it, but I was 215 this morning, even after starting my refeed last night. And I'm good with that. But my weight fluctuates. I'll go back down to the 205, 207, and then a couple days later, I'm back up at 215. My body feels good, and I feel good, so I don't worry about that right now. Well, thanks, Amy. See, Don says I've done amazing. You love seeing the before and afters. Before and afters, I mean, when you see this picture, this is me, and you have the door as the background there, and you can see how big I am. Same door, same background, and you see how much I've shrunk. That is amazing. Brian says, Dawn, the smell goes away in the waffle maker. It sticks around a lot longer in the air fryer. Be careful in the car. That is true. You do got to wipe out the air fryer if you're going to use it in a vehicle like that. See, Don says, right, it's sociopathic and boggles the mind. They should love us. They should love us working poor. We save them so much time and gas. Yeah, they don't. They're it's a mental illness once you get to that point, I think. Brian says I found an old pic of me and took a new one yesterday. If you put the link, you'll send it to me. Well, I don't know if I have that link. I don't know where I put it. What I need to do is get that link so it works and then put it as one of these QR codes. Because I can always pull the address off of that. Nope, that's not what I want. Yeah, I'm not sure where I have that link at right now. I will find that link and I'll get it working for tomorrow. Don says you'll never catch a can of sardines in your car in the air fryer. Don't say never. You never know what's going to happen. So you've been to Karlsruhe, Germany? Really? I was actually stationed there for just over 8 years. I lived in Karlsruhe. And you've been to Heilbronn. That's a beautiful areas up there. Yeah, the last two ones there, that's very dramatic. It's a huge difference, and it's an easy way to tell from that door. Killing the carnivore game. To me, it's one of the easiest things I've ever done. Brysby said the sad diet and all the disease it brought upon me led to medical bankruptcy. Yeah, loading everything, including my ability to work and nearly my life. Carnivore brought it back, and it does. We're spending so much money on our medical, and it's just crazy what that does for a person. And now, got to have insurance because Affordable Care Act, but I don't use it anymore. But I'm paying a excessive amount of my pay goes to insurance that I don't use and I don't need. Only because, what if something happens? Well, yeah. Let's see. Brian says that. Thank you. I appreciate that. My wife met me when you're at the biggest point. All that matters is love. Yeah. My wife and I met, we were still, in our 20s. We've been together for over 30 years now. It's actually really cool. Yeah, the before and after pictures for people, it's very inspirational. When I was watching Carnivore Ray, he would show some of his before pictures and how big he was and what he's done too. Bryce basically says, I like sardines, but you're Norwegian. You also like lutefisk. You and I are probably few people who like lutefisk and who will actually eat it. Last year was the last time that we had our Norse Husfest, which was a Scandinavian Heritage Days. That has stopped. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. It's good having that mute button right there. Wow. That hurts when that happens. It's a good thing I knew about it. But yeah, Scandinavian Heritage Days, it's an amazing event. And one of the things that they did is they served lutefisk, and you could get you could get it there, eat it, and as long as they gave you the a good piece, it was something I could eat. I did have okay. If you eat lutefisk, you gotta have it so that it's flaky. If you get lutefisk that is slimy, that's not good. And that's what the people complain about most of the time is that type of lutefisk. Jeff is done walking 4 miles. Awesome. 63.5 minutes. That's actually a really brisk pace. That's faster than I walk it. The most I go on my walks is just over a 3 mile walk, and it's like 50 some minutes. So that's actually pretty good, Jeff. It's a nice walk. Terry started in 2023 with this way of eating, but fell off, and it's been that way for some time. On, off, on, off. Yeah, it does happen. And I did do really good, but now it seems like it's much harder to rid inflammation, and weight loss is even harder. And it does seem that way when you stop, like I stopped my weight loss. When you try to get back into it, it does seem like it is harder to get back into it. I haven't left the carnivore way of eating, which to me is actually really good, but I've stopped my weight loss, so I understand that. And I think a lot of it has to do with the addiction to the carbohydrates and the addiction to food. The foods that we're eating are engineered to make us want more of it. Okay. Yeah, I'll find that link and I'll get that in there so that we can do that tomorrow. Don, you've Bryce says I've studied it analytical psychology. People like Carl Jung have accurately identified and described it and the mechanisms on how it manifests. Terry says same here. Still pay into my work insurance, but never use it. Our provider emailed me to see if I was still alive. Right. And I was taking 5 blood pressure medications. I was supposed to be taking statins. I was supposed to be taking prescription fish pills. There was another medication I was supposed to be taking for weight loss. It was a pill for seizures that the side effect of it was weight loss. And I did take that for 9 months, and in 9 months I lost 12 pounds. So it didn't really do a whole lot for me. And I lost more than that in the first month of carnivore. So much better off without it. And the actual day I started my carnivore diet, I stopped taking that medication too. But I haven't used my insurance. A month after I started the carnivore diet, I went to my doctor's. Actually, it was about a month after when I started. Went to my doctor, and she helped me get off of my blood pressure medication. The last 2 pills were maximum dose, so I was able to wean off of it. And I haven't been to a doctor since fall of 2024. So the only thing I have used is dental. And dental doesn't pay very much of what you're doing. Brian says, Terry, stay the course. You got this. Live and support you 100%. We will. That's what we're here for. Lutefisk? Lutefisk is a Norwegian delicacy. Basically, it's codfish soaked in lye and then rinsed and cooked. And it was a way that the Norwegians, the Vikings, preserved their fish so they could go raid villages and stuff in other countries. You could keep codfish safe to eat forever like that, but it does have a distinct flavor. Brian says, I met my wife 1991. Remember that day like it was yesterday. Yeah, so I met my wife in 1994, and I vividly remember the night that we met. Actually, yeah, we met at a bar. Yeah, it was the officers club. I wasn't an officer, but it was open to all ranks. It was an officers club, and she walked into the on the side door coming into the bar. It was country night. I was on the dance floor doing a line dance. Turned, and I saw her walk in the door. I walked away from the line dance, walked up and started talking to her, and we have been together ever since. She walked in with 4 or 5 of her friends. I couldn't tell you about any of them because she's the only one that I saw. So it was meant to be. Yeah. And we are, Terry. We are here for you. We see you in the lives. We know you can always talk to us, and we'll always help you. Cod fermented in lye. Yes. It is a delicacy that you really have to try. Then rinse repeatedly until it can be eaten and you don't die. You met your husband at a stoplight and then at a bar 30 minutes later. That's amazing too. And it's funny how you meet somebody like that. It's actually pretty cool. So, what do I got here? I'm going to take off a couple of these here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. This is why I wanted to remove it from the stage. Come on. It's still another one of those mornings, you know what I mean? I want to. Oh, shoot. Having technical difficulties with my mind this morning. I'm still tired. I should have slept more, but I kept getting woke up last night because my right leg was cramping on me. Even when I drank an element at midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning, it did it again. It was just a terrible night after midnight to sleep. And I don't know why. Oh, that's not what I wanted either. So I really could go back to sleep and spend some time in bed. And I might do that. I wanted to show last night. Where'd it go? There it is. This is what I had for dinner last night when I broke my fast. This is actually 7 pieces of bacon right here. And 2 eggs, over easy. I used the bacon to scoop out the yolks. And then, 1 piece of bacon for each yolk, and then a piece of bacon for each egg. And then, altogether 15 pieces of bacon last night because bacon. It's amazing foods. And then this morning for my breakfast, I did end up having 8 pieces of overcooked bacon. This was really stiff, a little more than what I normally do, but I don't care. It was delicious. And I did like that. That was very enjoyable. Oh, let's see here. Oh, no, that's not where I want to be. Today is just one of those days. Things just, when you get stuff going and it doesn't happen right, sometimes it's just a hard time to get back into the flow of things. So, okay, that's still like that. It's still up there. No. All right. So, I might have to do that later. All right. For all of those that are paying attention to what's going on here, you know what time it is. I'm going to change this out real quick. Take that off. So, in just a few moments here, our friend Larry from Carnivore Quest is going to be going live, and he'll be continuing on with support for anybody that has a lifestyle like this here that wants to get support. Carnivore Quest does their live stream at 10:55 a.m. Central or 11:55 Eastern. And Larry does it that way so he can call it a morning meeting, which is pretty cool. His thumbnail today says the morning meeting, 1.5 billion chicken wings. Can only imagine what he's going to talk about when he first starts out this morning. Let's see. Amy says, isn't lye what the mafia uses to dissolve dead bodies? Yes, you can use lye for that. Lime is what they use. Lime, not lye. But lye can be used as a caustic agent also. Yeah, you make soaps with lye. No more pics of bacon till Monday. Yeah, I suppose that is kind of a rough one there for you. Brian says, not that I know how to dispose of a body, but it is hydrochloric acid. Yes, but that's how they used to preserve their fish. So it is a fun one. Don says, I'm shopping a big order right now, but you guys have a wonderful day. If you're not heading over to the Carnivore Quest, if you are, I'll see you over there. Yes, ma'am. We'll see you over there in just a little bit. Have a great day at work, Don. See you in Larry's. Going to feed mom her lunch. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping over. And I'm going to actually head out here as my wife is up. I'm going to go make her some breakfast and chat with her just a little bit. So you all have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow at same time. It's 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 Eastern. And remember, don't be a zombie. Drink your coffee. And if you have questions about this, throw them in the comments. That's what we're here for. This live stream goes off to the comments. You don't have to be a wallflower. You can actually come in and chat. Thanks all. We'll see you over at Carnivore Quest. Click on the QR code up in the corner there. We'll see you there.